Look what I've got here. Brand new Springfield XDs, the small 45 caliber handgun from Springfield, the newest in their XD series. Beautiful little 45 caliber gun meant for concealed carry that I will do a quick overview here, show you what I think and show you some of the features this gun has. Just picked this up yesterday at a local Gunny's here in Utah. I was lucky enough to get one. There's a waiting list at many places, but I stumbled into one, gave them a call, and they had it. So you've heard that story before with the Shield. Had it again happen with me with this gun. Beautiful little gun, looks a lot like the other XDs, very aggressive styling, very cool look to it, got a lot of aggressive features, and it's very similar to the other XDs. You can see that it's got a new grip texture. It's a more aggressive looking finish on the grip. It actually isn't as aggressive as it looks. These humps are a little smooth, they're rounded, and it actually gives a very good purchase on the handle, a good feel to it, not at all anything that would rub your back raw or give you any type of sore if you're concealed carrying this handgun. A couple other changes to this over the other XD series. The takedown lever, it's quite a bit smaller, and I'll show you a comparison here. And they also added a feature where you can't activate the takedown lever unless the magazine is removed from the handgun. So that's a cool little feature, a little bonus for the safety features of this gun. Another feature that this thing has is a quicker reset trigger. I've been reading and hearing about the trigger on this XDs. I wanted to test it out because my standard now for a polymer concealed size handgun is the S&W Shield, and I love that shield. I love the way that the trigger feels, and it's just a very crisp trigger. So I will show you a comparison on the trigger in these as well. It's a little different than the XDm, but not quite as good as the Shield in my opinion. I'll go over that in a moment. But you can see that it's very similar. You've got your removable back strap, your grip safety, the serrations on the side of the slide here, no forward serrations, smaller takedown lever. This is your slide release. The magazine release is ambidextrous on both sides of the grip, but that's the only part of the pistol that's ambidextrous. You don't get the other ambidextrous features. You've got a loaded chamber indicator on top of the slide, if I can get that to focus right there, which will pop up when you've got a round in the chamber. It holds 5 rounds of the big fat 45 caliber and 1 in the chamber if you wanted to carry hot, so a total of 6. And it's just a great option for those of you who love 45 caliber and are looking for a polymer pistol that is thin and lightweight and can give you that 45 caliber punch without the drawbacks of the huge 1911 size or some of the other heavy, bigger pistols. A great option. So let's talk about a few of the other features on it. So I will compare it. Let's look at the trigger first. So the trigger, I don't like particularly the trigger on the XD series. It's a little mushy and there's a lot of take up, so I was anxious to try this one. So I'll show you how this one goes. And obviously these guns have been safety checked. They're all empty. I'm pointing in a safe direction. So with that trigger set, I'll slowly pull that. Let me do it from this side. There's the take up there. You hit the resistance, pressure, snap. But you've got some take up there after you hit the pressure. The good thing about this one is on the reset, it's got a shorter reset than the other XDs, and it's a great feature and an improvement on this gun in my opinion. So then again, you've got the take up. I don't know if you can see it. There's slight take up there, right there. Pop. It's still a good trigger. I would say it's better than they used to be and better than average, but not perfect. A lot of people really love that trigger, love the way the XD trigger feels, and this is a little different, shorter reset, a little crisper, but you've still got some take up there. Let me show you, for example, the Shield, which is my reference standard for a concealed polymer pistol trigger. You've got the take up, then there's no mush there. Pop, crisp. Go again. Reset, no take up, bam. And then we'll compare that. This is an XDm 9mm compact, and this one, oops, locked it open there. You got your reset, a little longer, and you can see the mush and the take up there, more take up, boom. So the XDs is an improvement over that, but in my opinion, it's still not as good as the Shield. And comparing it to a Glock, for example, a Glock has a very unique filling trigger that I really like, and I've grown accustomed to it. And I'll show you that. Again, safety checked, they're empty. Take up, a little bit of mush, but not too much. I still really like that stock Glock trigger. So, XDs, back to the XDs, the gun at hand. You've got a little bit of take up there, a little bit of mush, but it's an overall, I would say, a good trigger. 6 out of 10, especially for a polymer pistol. I'm not talking about obviously a good steel trigger, custom trigger, but that's a good one for a stock gun, and it's great for self-defense. That's not going to go off accidentally in your holster or in your pants. Let me show you a size comparison between these guns. This is a very slim gun. It is only 1 inch thick, and if there's another 45 out there with those dimensions, I don't know about it. You can see the sights there. It comes with great 3-dot sights, dovetailed, removable, so you can replace those. The front sight, this is new on this series, it's a fiber optic, and it comes with a little piece of red or orange fiber optic in there, and they actually give you a little baggie in the case of an orange and a green fiber optic that you can replace that if you can see one of those other colors better. I really like the sights, actually. That's one of my favorite stock non-night sights right out of the box. Okay, so let's compare it to this. Here is an XDm that I've got. It's a 9mm, so it's not apples to apples, but it's pretty close to the size of the XDm, say the 45 or some of these other guns, versus the XDs. And let me just read you these specs. You can see how it sits down on top of there. The XDs is quite a bit smaller and slimmer. The XDs is 21 ounces or 21.5 ounces, 4.5 inches long, 6.3 inches high, and 1 inch thick. Capacity of 5+1. Versus the XDs Compact, which you've got 27 ounces for the weight, 4.75 inches on the height, 7 inches long, and 1.18 inch wide. So it's quite a bit wider. I'll show you. I say quite a bit, 0.18. Doesn't seem like that much, but that can make a big difference when you're concealing this gun. You can see how it stacks up there. The little XDs is quite a bit smaller, just a great size for concealing. I was really pleased to see how slim that thing was and how it stacked up with some of the others, my other favorites. Let me pull out the Venerable Shield here, which is new to my collection but quickly became my preferred concealed carry gun. These things, as you might have seen on some of the other videos that are out there, are pretty close to the same size, and that's surprising. They're about the same width. They say that the Shield is 0.95 inches and the XDs is 1 inch thick. You can't really see it. I'd have to get the calipers out. Lengthwise, stack them up there on top to top. Yeah, you know, that's not going to make a difference when you're deciding which one to get. What is going to make a difference, however, is that. Do you want 7+1 9mm or 5+1 45 caliber? Which one makes you happier? And I'm sure that they will come out with the other calibers in this XDs in the future, but right now they've only got the 45, and they've got the 40 caliber Shield as well, but I'm just showing you this one for comparison purposes. So, and which do you like better, Springfield or Smith & Wesson, or vice versa? One might feel better to you, you might shoot one better. Another thing to note too is that Shield has the safety, which is a good or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. Some people hate that. Next we'll compare to the long-time standard in small polymer pistols, the Glock 26/27. Now I know it'd probably be a better comparison if I had a Glock 36 here, but I don't, so we'll just have to show you this one, the Glock 26. You can see that the Glock is thicker by 0.18 inches. And the Glock 36 is actually a little slimmer. It's 1.13, and the one I have here is 1.18. So it's about the same. The Glock 36 is pretty close to the same as like a Glock 19, a little bigger than this one. At least give you an idea. But there's the back side of that. That little XDs is just slim as can be. A little taller. These both have the magazines in it. But you know, is that enough to make a difference for you? I don't know. That's up to you. And as far as length, right about the same. The 26 is 6.29 and the XDs is 6.3. So they're actually like very close. So again, it comes back to what you like best. You know, we all like our different flavors. Here's the box that the XDs comes with. Typical Springfield style. You get a bunch of goodies, but unfortunately not as much as you used to get. You know, with the XDm, I think I got 3 mags, plus I sent away for 3 more with a few other things. With this, you get, or at least I got, the magazine holder, a back strap, because this has got the replaceable back strap on it. Magazine, you know, the Kydex or polymer, holster, that clips on your belt, and 1 extra magazine, which is another 5+1 stainless steel mag. So, you know, a couple other reviews, I saw them sending out 1 additional magazine with the extended handle or grip on it, but I didn't get that, and I don't think that's going to be standard with this. Cost for me on this was $4.99. I've seen it quite a bit more expensive, and I've also seen it a little bit less, but most places it's sold out. So you'll probably be right about the same ballpark. They're all about the same. And so again, it comes down to, what do you like better? You know, do you want more rounds of you know, a little bigger handgun? Is that worth it to you? Or do you want a double stack, a little thicker gun, or, you know, a little bit lighter? They're all about the same. Which one do you like the best? I'm gonna have to try this one out. I'll have to get a little bit of or shoot it a little bit, get some trigger time on it, and carry it, get a holster for it if I can find one, and then let you know with a follow-up video. But so far I'm very impressed with the changes they've made to this little XDs, and the ability, or the engineering that went into making a .45 caliber 1 inch thick, and only that small, and 21 ounces. Pretty awesome. We've got some great choices. So it comes down to this, right? Which one do you prefer, and how many shots? 45, 9, 40? Which flavor do you like? Thanks for watching, and I will see you again later.